The first question we have is finding time to check all of the social media. I think the best way to address that is to set aside about an hour a day, or an hour a week, to look over social media. And something else that I do is install the apps onto your phone, so you'll get the notifications when people are commenting and people are liking. That's always great, because that way you just click on the little notification and it goes straight to it. That way you're not having to purposefully set aside time. Just kind of as it comes up or as you're waiting in line, you can be checking your social media, and it's very minimal effort. Let's see, another, how to get likes to convert to followers. I'm assuming this is talking about like Facebook, so when people like a comment or when someone shares your post and they like your post, the best way to do that is to either engage with them directly on that post, comment back, and let them know that, hey, this is where my Facebook page is, why don't you go over and like it, or just engage with them in any way, and I'm sure they'll be more than willing to go back over and like your page. Let's see. Finding time, how to link business pages to promote better. So linking, I'm assuming, like, is this linking your business page to your personal page? You just kind of share every now and then. You don't want it to be overwhelming. And just kind of going back and forth between your personal and your business page. Every now and then share what you're doing on your business page with your personal followers, but not letting it become too overwhelming. Any tips or suggestions on how to avoid all the extraneous distractions on Facebook, videos, informational posts, etc.? Should I set a timer? A timer is a great idea. Social media can be complicated because sometimes we go to social media as like a time suck. You know, we go to Facebook newsfeed just when we're bored and we're looking for something to take up space in our lives. But when you're using it for business and for marketing, you have to be very strategic. Go to Facebook with a goal in mind. You know, create a to-do list. And I like to schedule my posts. So when I'm scheduling my posts, I'm not even going to Facebook. I'm going to whatever application I'm using to schedule my posts. That helps me stay focused and still work on my social media marketing without getting sucked into the news feed and all of that. Something else that's helpful is when you're on Facebook, make sure that you check that you're using Facebook make sure it's using Facebook as your business. That way, even if you go to the newsfeed, you're not even looking at your personal newsfeed. You're going to be looking at your business's newsfeed, which is only filled with businesses or people that your business is following. So that creates some of the stops some of the distractions that would be on your personal social media. Twitter is a bad one for me. I'm being perfectly honest. I go to Twitter starting out to engage with followers and comments. Next thing I know, I've been on there for 2 hours reading articles and things like that. So it's something we all struggle with, but definitely setting a timer is something that I've started doing with Twitter. It's like, well, I'm going to go to Twitter for my business and I'm going to spend 1 hour on it. Now, if I'm going to Twitter for personal use, I just want to read and learn, then, you know, hopefully I'll set also a timer for an hour. Let's see. Yeah, again, I am trying to figure out, for some reason it's not linking up with my camera. So if you'll give me a second, I'm going to just check and see where the problem is in that. So I will be right back. Feel free to keep asking questions, and I will answer them when I get back in just 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not sure why the video is not showing. So we're just going to keep going, and whenever you guys have questions, I will answer them. And sorry you're not going to be able to see my gorgeous face, just my gorgeous photo. Any other questions? Let's see, how often should I post on Facebook with the new algorithms? This is kind of a question we talked about last night, but the new Facebook algorithms are limiting the amount of posts that people see from businesses. This is in part to increase advertising revenue for Facebook. Gotta love it. And also to make sure that the content people see on their news feeds is actually what they're interested in seeing. So the goal is the more you get your followers to interact with your brand, the more they will see it in their news feed. The alternative is that your likes on Facebook, they can click to receive notifications from your page. And as soon as it'll be in the little box that says liked, there's an arrow. Click on the arrow, it'll say receive notifications. You just check the receive notifications, and every time that page posts, they'll get a notification. I've seen a lot of people really encouraging their fans to do this with on their cover photo, they'll have a little arrow that says click to receive notifications from this page. So I've seen a lot of people doing that, and it's something to try out to see if it increases the engagement. Why not give it a shot? It just takes a little bit of editing on your cover photo. When trying to link your personal Facebook page with your business Facebook page, should you put your name, or should this even be done? This is something that I've thought a lot about. Right now I have both. My business Facebook page is the Social Media Navigator, but obviously my personal Facebook page is Ellen Creekmore. I don't really promote my personal Facebook page to anyone with my business. I try to keep it separate. Just promoting my business page as a Social Media Navigator. However, in the little short description on the side, I say, hi, my name is Ellen. People like interacting with a person more than they like interacting with a brand. This can be complicated when you're promoting your brand, or promoting your company, but it's always helpful to maybe in the about section introduce yourself as the owner, or even just turn your business and your brand into a person in the way that you tell the story. That helps for people to see that there's a person behind it. Another way that you can do this is showing behind the scenes pictures, people working in your store, or setting up equipment for an event. People like seeing the person behind the brand, the person behind the company. That's what they want to interact with. We like talking to other people much more than we like talking to the Target logo. Why do you think Target had the little dog as their brand person for a while? Because it's a dog and it's not just little circles. But it's just something that's helpful to do, both customer service wise and just engagement wise. I hope that answered your question on linking personal to business Facebook page. If not, then just elaborate a little bit more and I can get to it a little bit better. Is there any other questions people have right now? Let me check the chat. Okay, so some of the other questions that I've gotten from my surveys have been, how do I collaborate with other businesses and bloggers for a bigger reach? This is a big deal lately, a lot of guest posting. And I've heard people saying, oh, the guest post is dead, it's just advertising. I really don't think that's true. Promoting yourself and promoting your brand through other people's channels is great. How do you, it helps you reach into a different audience, tap into a different audience. Another person who has 2,000 followers that are maybe totally different set of people than what you are on your Facebook page or on your Twitter. So as much as you can, try to do some guest posting if you're a blogger, or if you're a business and you're selling a product, link up with other businesses to hold a Q&A just like what I'm doing. Or I've seen several businesses, they'll connect to do co-host Twitter chats. That helps engage both of their audiences, and it basically doubles the size of your audience and the effect and the people that you can impact just by partnering with someone else. There's a lot of people, I've read a lot of articles talking about how entrepreneurs and small businesses should start seeing each other as partners rather than competition. there's more than enough people to go around, more than enough customers to go around. And if we just partner with people, even in the same market, who we might otherwise see as competition, then our customers and our audiences for both of us will be mutually multiplied. So it's just something to think about. Obviously, when you're looking to manage your time with social media, the working with other people and partnering with them for Twitter chats and webinars will really help lighten that load. Let's see. Any other questions? Otherwise, I can answer some more from the survey. Okay. What are the best ways to automate blog posts across all platforms, i.e. one blog post on a website automatically included on social media sites? Well, there's several ways to do this. One would be manually. Obviously, you post your blog through a WordPress platform, you get the link, hopefully you'll convert it into a Bitly link or something like that you can track the analytics. And then you'll share it through Hootsuite or Buffer, or my favorite is Edgar. And it'll automatically go out to all of your social media sites, or the ones that you've checked for it to be shared. Another way that I've looked into in the past is, let's see, looks like there's another question? No? Okay. Well, another platform that I've looked into in the past is called Convo. It basically is an editorial calendar app where you put in your editorial calendar, you link it with your WordPress. If you use WordPress is best, it has a plugin for WordPress. And with that plugin, it will automatically, you can click, say, on next Friday, I'm posting this blog post. And as soon as you post that blog post, you tell it, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter with this comment. And as soon as you click publish on your WordPress, it automatically shares on your social media sites. So that's something really cool. It's not free, you have to pay for it, but they do have a free trial, something to try out to help keep you organized, editorial calendar, and integrate your social media. Again, that shortening the amount of time you're going to spend on social media. You got a lot of stuff to do. Should we use all of the social media or limit to one or two? Again, there's so many different kinds of social media sites out there. It can be really overwhelming when you're starting. And a lot of people have the mentality where it's like, well, I've got to reach my audience on every platform. Everybody's got to see me. When in actuality, you can get burned out really, really fast. My recommendation is usually start out with the social media site that you're most comfortable on. If you're most comfortable on Facebook, create a business page. If you're most comfortable on Twitter, start a handle or convert your personal Twitter handle to your business handle. Instagram, Tumblr, any of those, whichever one you're most comfortable on. And then they usually say that the magic number is 1,000. When you get to 1,000 followers on Twitter, or you get to 1,000 likes on Facebook, then start with your second social media platform and convert as many of those followers or likes from that one social media site to the other. Let them know that, hey, we're on Twitter now. Follow us on Twitter. Join the conversation over there. We're going to be sharing, special promotion for the first week of us joining Twitter or something like that. But it's always best to start with what you know and build up that audience, then convert those people over to the next. That way you're not starting from scratch on 5 different places. You're starting from scratch on one, building it up, and then you'll never start from scratch again. So it's just something to keep in mind, and even though it can be extremely overwhelming, also it helps when you're first starting your business. You're busy doing a lot of things. It's crazy to think that you'll have enough time to run your business, just get it started, and manage 5 different social media platforms. I mean, if you can, more power to you, but why not start with one that you're most comfortable on, you can have the biggest impact with. Any other questions? Okay. Well, what other kinds of questions do I have over here? How can I manage my time online so I can get back to my business? Well, my favorite thing is automation. I absolutely Love it. Saves me so much time. My favorite automating tool is Edgar, and if you go to meetedgar.com, you can read a little bit about it. It's a new scheduling social media tool that's just come out from LKR Media, and it's fantastic. The same thing with Hootsuite and Buffer. The best thing about these scheduling tools is that as soon as you type in that post or you schedule the time and the date and everything, you literally do not have to think about it. It'll go out, and the next day you'll be like, oh, I forgot what I posted. Oh yeah, look at that. That's what I said. And you'll have completely forgotten about it. You wasted no brain time on it. The next thing you got to do is just wait for the notifications to come in and maybe share it with your friends if you want to, and comment to the people that comment on it. Just the name of the game really is automation. However, as much as I love automating my posts, I do not like automating my engagement. I try to be as personal and as organic as possible when I am interacting with followers or interacting with people like likes or comments. I really do not like the automatic direct message on Twitter. It comes off as very cheesy, cliche. People know that it's automatic. It's not genuine at all. So the best thing to do when you get a new follower, just tweet back at them. Check out their profile, look at their link if you have some time. If you don't have any time, then just tweet at them, say, thanks for following me, or look forward to chatting with you. Anything to start the conversation is always great. So it's a balance of automating your post and being genuine with your interactions that helps you manage your time on social media, but still have a big impact. Let's see. Any other questions? I hope I'm answering anything you guys have thought about. But if you think of anything else, go ahead and feel free to type them into the right side there, the Q&A, and I will answer them. I also am going through some of survey questions that I've gotten from other people in the past. Let's see, some other questions that I've got. How do I maintain all my profiles up to date? Really, scheduling is number one, and being consistent. Don't set a goal that you will not realistically be able to meet. If you start out saying, oh, I'm gonna post on Twitter 20 times a day, but you only post like 2 or 3, or you get frustrated that you don't post 20 and then you just decide to stop posting altogether, that doesn't help anyone. Set a realistic goal of posting 2 times a day. Schedule those posts, spend an hour a week scheduling the post out, and you'll see a much higher return on your investment, and then maybe challenge yourself to post 3 times a day. Just gradually work your way up to it, but the main thing is stay consistent. You don't want your followers to see you as inconsistent, especially on Facebook. First thing that people do when they click on your profile is they're going to look through and see, when does this person post? If the first post is from 2014, but the very next post is 2013, they're much less likely to follow you because they know that you're not active. You're not going to give them the information that they're looking for, and they'll just be wasting their time. So show that you're committed to your brand by being consistent. Any other questions? How to promote Facebook business pages. I don't know if this means maybe ads or sharing the link of your business page. So we can kind of talk about both. Promoting your business page maybe to get more likes, but you have a couple of different options. One would be create an ad. You can do a Facebook ad that encourages people to like your page. They have them set up so that you show what outcome you're looking for, and one of them is increasing the likes of followers. And you can always go that route. And another way you can do it is by sharing the link and encouraging your friends to share. When you're first starting out, you just got to start with the people that you know and ask your friends to share. Even talking about it offline, telling your friends, hey, I just got a Facebook page, you should go and like it. We get in a habit of thinking that the only way that we can promote our business is online. Or even, as a social media person, that I don't just promote myself through social media. There's so many more channels out there. In marketing, we talk about the market channels. And online is just one of those channels. So even though you're promoting your Facebook business page and it's online, I really encourage you to put a sign up at your store telling people to like you on Facebook. or put it on your main website or in the door saying, hey, we're on Facebook too. Tell your friends about it in person and online. Just talk about it. Get people talking about it and encourage them to go and like you on Facebook for updates. People will do it. People have their phones. They'll see a sign in your store. They pull out your phone, automatically go in, like you on Facebook. Guaranteed. If you don't have a store and you just mail out products, put a little flyer in the box saying, like us on social media. Follow us for great content or more of these products. It's anything like that, little promotional thing. Encourage the people that are already in your network that maybe just haven't connected with you on social media. Any other questions? Okay, so what's the best way to keep up with all of the activity? There's several different ways to keep up with things. There's, of course, a ton of apps. TweetDeck is one that I know a lot of people use for Twitter. It kind of layers all the profiles into one, and you can follow it in one continuous stream. It's great for Twitter chats and compiling them together, basically like an aggregation. Personally, I just keep all the social media apps on my phone, and I have them linked up for notifications. So that's really how I keep track of it. That's it could be the best way. I've turned off email notifications because sometimes it can get annoying in your inbox. But if email notifications work for you, then have email notifications. A lot of social media sites are really making it easy and automatic to keep up with what's going on. And just linking in with your phone, your apps, your email, whatever it is, it'll send you a reminder. If you create on your calendar, you're going to spend 10 minutes a day checking the social media just to respond to people. And you set aside that same 10 minutes a day. That's all you've got to do, put it on your calendar. Just staying consistent and always engaging people. It's great for like TripAdvisor and Yelp, or when people put reviews on your Facebook page. Whenever they review, always say thank you. And if they give you a bad review, then I've seen a lot of people saying like, I'm sorry you had a poor experience with us. We'd love to give you a coupon for 20% off your next time, or contact us for more information, however we can help. Any way that you can engage both the good responses and the bad responses. It really shows that you have great customer service, that you're out there trying to help and provide and be a benefit to people. So engaging even those bad comments can be great. However, I say that for the bad reviews. I highly encourage you to manage the comments on your Facebook posts. Sometimes people can be trolls and just put outrageous content that has absolutely nothing to do with what you actually posted. Feel free to delete those. It is completely okay, I promise. And mark them as spam if you feel that they are spam. It happens to the best of us. That's why it's best to monitor your social media. You don't want anything to get out of control. And be consistent with your brand. But if they're giving you a review, you can't really delete that, but you want to comment and be and help them as a customer and as your service provider. So really just staying on top of what is going on with your social media sites. It helps with your public image, and people are going to Google your business. Whenever they find out or they're considering doing business with you, they're going to Google it or they'll look it up on Facebook. That's usually one of the first two places that they'll go. And you want for what they find there to be great and to be a good reflection of who you are and what product you're actually providing. Any other questions? Let's see. I know I get a lot of comments about how social media can just be way too time consuming, or that you spend a ton of time creating the perfect post and then you see on Facebook that it only reached 10 people and you maybe got 1 like. That's frustrating. But the best way is just to keep at it. It's a little bit encouraging to me to see that on these sites that have hundreds of thousands of likes on their Facebook page, they still only have maybe 5 or 6 likes per post. That's okay. It's happening, to those people too. It's just the struggle of constant, people being overwhelmed by content, and it's just depends on whose content shows up the most. the name of the game really is just finding those core group of people that are going to like and comment and engage and share your content. And then your audience will grow. Don't get frustrated. Just keep it up. Set aside an hour a week, 10 minutes a day. It only takes that much to really make a difference. Doing something is better than doing nothing at all, and being consistent with it. Let's see. Not knowing how to incorporate social media into current strategies and campaigns. That's a comment that can be frustrating. Let's see, and completely understand. It's frustrating to have a lot of great marketing going on in another place, and then you say, oh my gosh, I have to do social media. How do I find a way to fit this in? There's lots of ways. If you already have email marketing happening, then just add into the footer of the emails that you send out, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You can put in little tweet this for quotes on your blog posts and in your emails, and on your website. Please, 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 on your website, put the little Facebook symbol and the Twitter bird. Just put it on your homepage, preferably towards the top, if at all possible, or put it in your about page. Just make it available. People are going to go to your website, and then they're going to want to say, oh, I need to get up in touch. It's like them asking for your phone number so they can stay in touch. They're going to be liking you on Facebook, following you on Twitter, connecting with you on LinkedIn, whatever you have. Just make sure that make it easy for people. If they see it, they'll do it. If they don't see it, then it's highly less likely they'll go searching out for it. So make it very accessible. Oh, I see a comment here. Will this video be available for review? Yes, it will be. It'll be posted on YouTube probably maybe tomorrow or so you'll be able to review it then. Let's see. Any other questions? Okay, so managing the time on social media. I get a lot of people saying, you know, is social media really worth the time that's being invested into it? You know, that big ROI question. What's your return on investment with social media? Really, the return on investment comes with engagement and how strategic you are. I encourage you to set goals for what are you going to be doing on Facebook and what are you going to be doing on Twitter. What's your goal? Say, and beyond just getting 100 likes, how many of those likes are you going to try to get over to your website, and how are you going to do it? So setting those measurable goals and having that strategy really feed into all of the posts that you post and all of the, you know, all the comments and the people that you engage with. Your strategy and your goals should all be behind that. So if your goal is to get 100 followers on Twitter, then start engaging with people. Follow other people on Twitter. Tell people on your Facebook page to go and follow you on Twitter until you reach that goal. If your goal is to sell 10 of a product that you're running for 2 weeks, then schedule those posts out in advance, pre-promote the product before it releases, and continue to promote all the way until the very end. However, making sure that if you're sticking to that 80%, 20% rule, 1 out of every 5 posts is promoting the product, and the other 4 should be giving back to your consumer. You can be sharing other people's articles with content that, you know, kind of encourages people to purchase your product, in the sense where, let's say that you're selling hand lotions. That's your product, and you've got a new Christmas hand lotion out, and it's only going to be available for a month, and you really want to promote it on social media, and you just want to sell 10. So before the hand lotion is out, the whole time it's running, you're sticking to the 1 out of every 5 posts. Maybe throw into one of those other 4 posts the fact that it's going to be extremely cold winter, the polar vortex, you know. Gotta put lotion on your hands, keep them from drying out during the winter time. So people will see the connection, and it's those posts still, they give something back to the viewer, but they're also helping them see that your brand is very well-rounded, and that you're providing them a product, you're providing them a solution to their problem, and their problem is that it's going to be a very cold winter. Or providing them, giving them a post that talks about the vitamins, the nutrients and lotions, and how they'll make the connection that maybe your lotions are organic. So just because those other 4 posts are giving back to the person who's reading them doesn't mean that they're not also promoting your brand. It's just in a more indirect way. So again, that's the being strategic side of things, and really mapping and planning out what it is you're posting and why, making sure that it's constantly feeding into your goals. Any other questions? Let's see. I have things like it takes too much time to devote to each branch to make it a useful tool. We kind of talked about this earlier in the sense that you just pick one, start with it, get it going, and promote it onto your other sites. Social media can be very low maintenance if you set aside the time to make it low maintenance, to lay out the plan. Create an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Doc or whatever you use best with the timeline of your goal is 2 posts a day on Facebook. What time are you going to schedule them to send out? And type in those posts that you're going to send over the next week and copy. I do suggest that you keep them in a spreadsheet or in a Google Doc, or if you're using Edgar, you don't have to worry about that because Edgar keeps all of your posts. But keep them on a spreadsheet so that you can share those links later. People have a very, very short attention span on Twitter. They're usually only there for a couple of seconds. It's highly unlikely that all of your followers saw that great article that you shared that one morning at 9 a.m. It's okay to share it again at 8 p.m. because you're going to get at it. So that's another way to cut down the time that it takes to manage social media, is to reuse content. Put it into a spreadsheet, put it into a Google Doc, but go back and reuse that content. Post quotes, articles, everything. The images that you create, you can reshare those. It's okay. I promise that the same followers will not even notice. With Facebook, posted a few weeks away or even just a few days is okay sometimes. But a few days apart on Twitter, a few hours can all be all that it takes. So save your time by saving content, and whenever you come up with a new idea or you find a great article you want to share, put it into your spreadsheet first, and then find where in your schedule that type of article fits. And then schedule it out to go through Hootsuite, Buffer, whatever it is you're using. Any other questions? There's lots of great, we can talk about managing time, social media with blogs. That's a great way that you can create a system. Every time that you post a blog, you should have a system for how you're going to promote it. And it should be very detailed. You can say, I'm going to post my blogs at every Tuesday, and an hour later, I'm going to share them on Twitter. But right after I post it, it's going to go directly to Facebook. And the next morning, I'm going to post a different quote that still relates to the blog on Facebook again, or I'm going to have a different shareable image. But it should just be the same system that you follow for every single time you post a blog. You almost don't even have to think about it. You know that for every blog that you post, you need to have at least one tweetable inside of that blog. And you put the little tweet icon in there. It's simple little coding in the WordPress, so you can download from Tweet This and throw it in there. So setting up systems really creates a much more streamlined workflow, so you don't have to even take the time to think about it. You just do it. And as you're writing your post or as you're writing your emails, you're already thinking about the post that you're going to send out on social media and how you're going to promote it so that you can fill it into your template that you've already set up. Let's see, there's a question of where is the pre-post option on Facebook? On Facebook, they introduced a time where through Facebook you can actually schedule posts to go out. It is on, let's see, let me look at it. I know it's right under where you would post. It shows you a little clock. So it says, on mine says, what have you been up to? And I click on that to type in a status, and it has a little clock on the bottom left-hand corner. It says set in the date and time of your post. So you can schedule your post directly through Facebook. There's a myth, and I say myth because I read a lot of articles to see if it's true or not. There's a myth that if you schedule your post to go through Hootsuite or through Buffer, or basically any third-party scheduling site, that Facebook will know, which yes, it does know, but it'll decrease the amount that it'll be shown to people. That's not true. I've read several people who have experimented, tried it out, and they saw no difference in engagement between posts they send out on third-party scheduling sites and posts they send out themselves automatically or Facebook scheduling. So don't you read online. Another thing to think about, I think that if it's more helpful for you to post it through the Facebook scheduling tool, then go for it. However, it is only for Facebook. The thing that I love about these other scheduling third-party tools is that you can schedule your Twitter posts the same time that you're scheduling your Facebook, and you can see them side by side in a stream, make sure that you're still following your goals on both platforms. Another scheduling, like it doesn't have a built-in scheduling posting thing, so you'd have to use a third-party scheduling tool. Again, really encourage you to create a spreadsheet, save your posts. Don't let all that work go to waste. Save them. Let's see. Make sure that I've gotten to all the questions. Any other questions or anything like that? I hope I'm not missing anything. All right, we'll have about 5 more minutes for people to put in their questions if you think of something or if I haven't addressed anything. But I'll go ahead and tell you guys that I'm doing a free 7-day challenge just for these Google Hangout watchers. If you go to my website, it's www.thesocialmedianavigator.com. And go to the socialmedianavigator.com and put your email into the black box up there at the top. It says you'll receive the free social media map. Not only will you get that free social media map, but you will also get a 7-day challenge. You'll get your first email actually tonight, but if you sign up after I've sent it out, don't worry, I will resend it to you again tomorrow. But the 7 days starts today. I really encourage you. I'm going to be customizing some of those challenges to really what we've talked about here. So you might get something saying, hey, why don't you schedule 10 minutes today to check your social media, or schedule 2 posts to go out today, those kinds of things. So really practical advice, things that you can put in use, and just challenging you to take what you've learned and hear and what you've listened to and apply it and see what kind of things happen, what kind of results do you get. So and whenever the 7-day challenge is over, which will be next Wednesday, we're going to have a Twitter chat to talk about the results and any other comments or things like that, and be another opportunity for you to ask me questions. I'll be able to ask you questions this time to learn some more about you guys and what you've learned through the 7-day challenge. Any other questions before we go tonight? Don't forget, go to www.thesocialmedianavigator.com. You can also find me on Facebook, The Social Media Navigator, and you can click subscribe through there. Or on Twitter, it's the @handle @EllenCatherine_. So if we don't have any other questions, you guys got a couple more minutes to go ahead and submit them. Otherwise, we'll be calling it a night. But I really look forward to talking to you some more later. And sign up for those 7-day challenges. Promise it will be amazing. We'll see what kind of social media results that you get from just making some little changes every day. All right, so I had a great night with you guys, and I'll talk to you later.